in my humble opinion, my first recommendation would be to invest in base research to sustainably wean off fossil fuels. Because we can't forever dig things out of the ground and burn them. Right now, that seems to be the best we have, but we can't do that forever. We have enough resources, but not forever, ever. Like for 1,000 years maybe, but not for like 20,000 years, right? So we have to invest in research to find a solution to our energy problem, right? Energy generation, material extraction, processing, storage, superconductors, all these things need to be researched because obviously we don't have a solution yet. Now, what the solution will be, it will be a combination probably of the nuclear force, fusion, fission, we don't know yet. It will be the power of our planetary system. There's so much energy in our planetary system, including the sun, that we need to harness, including the power of the sun. But photovoltaic is not the solution because it's energy inefficient at large scale. Doesn't mean every solar panel is bad, but if you try to replace your entire system with solar, you go in energy starvation. You don't have enough energy to build the solar panels. And the third is probably the energy from within our planet. There's so much energy within our planet. I'm just talking about geothermal as one example. There's so much energy down there, we can need to find that. We don't have the solution yet. But my sense is that these three things we need to invest in to find the solution. By the way, we also have to understand that, remember the first law of energy, thermodynamics, that energy is never lost. So what happens with all the energy we produce and we consume? Where does it go if it's never lost? All the energy, the car, the industries, AC, air conditioning, everything ends up in heat. Where does the heat go? Into the biosphere, up there, into space. Right here, you have Milan in the summer of 2019. You see the temperatures in the city are 4 degrees warmer than outside the city. So of course we're warming our planet. Huge amount of energies all ends up in our biosphere. It's called the urban heat island effect. Now the second thing we have to do is we actually have to invest in our existing infrastructure to reduce the environmental burden and to increase the energy efficiency. We need to invest in what we have to make it better, right? Reduce the waste we generate, waste to power. And actually energy, as we learned, reduces poverty. And when you're richer, you can also handle, bad weather better. So instead of divestment, what do we have to do? Investment. So in summary, right, there's a fundamental underinvestment of the old economy, and there's far too much money going to the new economy. I'm all for investment, but logical investment. And trying to replace our existing infrastructure with wind, solar, and biomass, we are going into energy starvation, which we are starting to see now. You will have blackouts in Europe. The entire supply chain counts, right? The current sole focus on combustion and operations only distorts and is costly. Example, LNG is better for the climate than coal, because we have to look at the supply chain. Emissions are only part of the problem. The non-emission material input, energy input, space requirement, recycling are at least, if not more important for the environment. The current energy crisis is caused by underinvestment in reliable energy systems. And if Asia continues the path of the West, this will also hit Asia.